Hello, morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have King Robert II blended Scotch whiskey from Macleod Distillers Company, bottled in Scotland. This is a big 1,750 milliliter bottle, and it's glass. It's not, one of these plastic handles. It's got a metal cap. And I bought this bottle for $18.99 at World of Beverage in Georgia with John and Neely when we were shopping. So I haven't really been too pleased with it. To me, it tastes like cereal grain. I was thinking yesterday, I said, those kind of whiskeys taste like Kix cereal. You say Kix, that's like cornmeal cereal, breakfast cereal. Yes. And this is mostly corn, maize, column distilled grain whiskey, and then you probably have about 20% single malt. Okay, and it's you get some sweetness in it, and so Kix, it kind of reminds me of that, or King Vitamin, but we don't see that anymore. I don't at the stores I go to. But anyway, imported Highland mist. It's still dark. It's dawn in theory, or by the clock, but it's not really dawn because we have daylight savings time. So it says 5:37 a.m. Central Daylight Time, Halloween, All Hallows Eve, but it's really 4:37 Central Time. And then Saturday we'll have another dark Dawn Busters, but then we go away from daylight savings time for many months, and we'll have regular time. And at dawn, it'll be dawn. The sun will be coming up. Right? It's not supposed to be pitch black at 6 a.m. All right. That's not normal. But guys' eyes are normal. All right. Highland Mist, blended Scotch whiskey. 100% Scotch whiskeys. Yeah, they're all 100% Scotch whiskeys, but they might be 80% column still grain whiskey, grain alcohol with no flavor, no aroma, except that cereal grain. Your flavor is going to come from the single malts, and this one has a combination of Speyside, Islay, Highland, and they got all Highland, Lowland, Islay, and Speyside. So they got 4 different types of single malts. I say so. It's 80% grain alcohol, grain whiskey, and then it's 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%. Yeah, it's probably something like that. King Robert II is a whole line of liquor. There's King Robert II. There's a 12-year age, which I'd like to see. That's probably a lot better. Well, we hope. Then there's vodka, gin, rum, etc. Okay, so it's kind of like Fleischmann's. You have a whole line of stuff. Hold on, I'm coming right back. A lot of these liquor companies will be like that. Have a whole line of different liquors under the same name. Taka Gin, Taka Vodka 100. Bentley, that's another one. You see Bentley, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Highland Mist, King Robert. Now, there is no website for Highland Mist. King Robert II. Now, here's some other brands that Macleod makes. This is their featured brands. This is by no means all their brands. You might have heard of these. Glengoyne Highland single malt. Tamdhu Speyside single malt. Beautiful bottle. Smokehead with a skull. Islay single malt. King Robert II blended. Isle of Skye blended. I've never seen Isle of Skye. Edinburgh gin. Yeah, my daughter bought that Edinburgh Christmas gin. Ooh, we love that. Then we got As We Get It, single malt Scotch whiskey. That's the name of it, As We Get It. Chieftain's rare single malt. Dunvegan regional collection of vintage single malts. 12, yeah, I know that's got to cost a lot. Macleod's regional single malt. Sheep Dip blended malt. Shield Egg single malt scotch. The Feathery blended malt scotch whiskey. Blended malt scotch. It's not blended, it's all malt. The Six Isles blended malt scotch. Then we got blended whiskey. Black Shield blended scotch. Clan Macleod blended scotch. Dunfife blended scotch. Glenshire blended scotch. Hedges and Butler H&B. H&B. Lang's, Major Guns, Marshall, Maxwell, Pig's Nose, Queen's Seal, Scottish Stag. You see what I'm talking about? And then it goes on and on with gin, vodka, rum, Wincarnis wines, Atlantico rum. That's from another company. It's like distributor brands. Then there's private labeling that they do. It doesn't end. It does end, but it seems like it doesn't. Here's what they say about King Robert II. A bestseller. It's our best-selling range of spirits. 500,000 cases a year. Sold in over 40 markets. And a brand leader in 5. The King Robert II range of spirits has consistently grown by over 20% per annum in recent years, thanks to a combination of competitive pricing and quality. Consistent blend and complex blend of first-class grain and malt whiskeys. You ever notice, like, the American blended whiskeys will be like the finest grain neutral spirits? Yeah, there's levels of that. They say it's just clear moonshine. It's just corn liquor. Yeah, well, there's levels of it. Go on the MGP website, MGP. They got like level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 1 is like the real alcoholic strength that, you know, they live on the streets. No age stated. On and on and on until the break of dawn. All right. Tommy Carroll, good morning, Jay. Does Tulane play this weekend? They play Tulsa University at 3 o'clock Central Time at home Saturday, and it's live on ESPN2, just like last week's game against Navy. It was live on ESPN2. Okay, so HM, Highland Mist. Here we go, and away we go. Just wash these glasses. It's residue. Could be soap. No, I do not put these in a machine. I have a dishwasher and the heater part broke, you know, the heating element. So washing it is going to be hot. And I was like, no way. And then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to wash everything by hand because I don't like dishwashers anyway. They be having spots all over them, and then the powder and liquid you buy is expensive, and it's really not hard to wash dishes. You know what I'm saying? It's not difficult. All right, so I don't know when King Robert II hit the market. So that's why I didn't put introduced in, because I never could find out. Oh, Highland Mist, yeah, I can even give you the month and the day that it was first used in commerce, but that's not necessary. But it was 1957, 62 years ago. Looked like they never changed the label. And I was looking at an old advertisement from the 1960s, and they have changed the label. But the one from the 70s looked like the same label, 1978. The bottle has changed. It used to be a fancy bottle, like broad shoulders, and it would come in and go out. It's like, oh, really neat. They don't advertise for it anymore. They used to. All right. Smells like sweet cereal. You say, no. Scotch smells like peat and smoke and all of that. You know, Not really these. How much was the Highland Mist? $5.99 for the bottle. You say, nah, you're crazy. Nobody's going to sell blended Scotch whiskey aged 3 years, imported all the way from Scotland for no $5.99. Well, yes, they did. And yes, I bought it and I could get more. Well, probably all it might all be gone now at the international market. I'm not going to buy more, but I mean, oh, the King Robert's Darker. Amber versus gold. This is called pale dry. That's their selling point. It's pale dry Scotch. Meaning what? Dry, crisp, as opposed to sweet. Dry wine, not sweet. Sweet wine, sweet. That's what it means. Sweet and not sweet. But I still find it's a little sweet. All right. But I only had it once. So, gotta be careful. Because you say, how'd it get so dark? I think they add caramel color to them. It's allowed in Scotland, not allowed in the US, but it doesn't matter because Scotch is imported under the laws of the United Kingdom, not the laws of the US. Except for things like, they got to pay import tax and submit to inspection, things like that. But the actual product is produced under the guidelines of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and the Kingdom of Scotland is part of the Kingdom of Great Britain. Since 1707, with the Act of Union, they had a single king since, 1603, when James the First of England, who was also James the Sixth of Scotland, he was the first Jimmy in England, but the sixth Jimmy in Scotland, the House of Stuart. And I think there's a Scotch whiskey called House of Stuart, blended Scotch whiskey. And so you had two countries, but one man being the king of both at the same time concurrently. Then they had the Act of Union, and they combined the two countries as one kingdom, the Kingdom of Great Britain. 1707. So that would have been Queen Anne. That's why you had the flag. They took the English flag and the Scottish flag and put one on top of the other. That's why you got the X and the cross. It's like the X is a type of cross, also crucifixion. But those two together, the blue and the red. And then they added Ireland in 1801 as the next part of the United Kingdom, and that's why you have the little skinny red cross. See how you can learn by watching this channel? And it's like that today. Queen Elizabeth, Queen of Great Britain, the United Kingdom of Great Britain, and also the Queen of Canada concurrently. Two different countries, same person in the different. It'd be like if Donald Trump was the president of the United States and the president of Argentina at the same time. And yes, Delaware and Pennsylvania used to have the same governor. They had different legislatures, but they had one man that was the governor of both places at the same time. True story. Maybe we should do that now, because save money. Have governor of Mississippi and Alabama be the same person, and he only gets one salary, or she. All right. Oh, no, these do not smell alike. Oh, no, no, no. I'm afraid they do not. Oh, it's an airplane, a jet, big old jet airliner. This one smells very light. Oh, no, that's the train. I thought it was an airplane. That's the Kansas City Southern coming on down the line. eastbound and down, heading into New Orleans. So that's very light. And what you get is some grains, cereal grains, and a little touch of peat, the peat. And that comes from the single malt whiskeys being roasted over the peat fires. And that is, you say, but it's not much of an aroma with it. No, because they don't have much single malt in the blend. You know it's not going to be much. For $5.99, come on. Now this one, oh no, this is like candy. And it's Halloween. And what do people get on Halloween? That candy corn, which everybody likes to joke about how they hate it. I never did like it. It was too like candy corn. It was too like corn syrup sweet. I mean, I would eat a few, but I was a child. I would eat all that candy for Halloween. I'd be sick for like a week. I'd be feeling bad, sick to my stomach, even threw up. But you know, a child, you don't have any kind of like self-control over those things. And children have a sweet tooth, so you'd be eating and eating. And then as I got older, I was like, I don't like candy. But except for chocolate, peanut butter, and caramel-based candies. But when you're little, you have different tastes, you know. Oops. I didn't like bell pepper. I didn't really like the taste of whiskey when I was like 3, 4 years old, or rum. I didn't like the taste of alcohol. You say, oh, you were drinking when you were 3 and 4. I wasn't drinking. My grandmother would buy these liquor-filled candies. They used to sell them. I don't know if they still sell them. I haven't seen them. Chocolate candies, but it was filled with different types of liquor. And we'd go to her house for Christmas, and I'd say, oh, let me try this. You know, I'd eat them. And I liked the chocolate, but I didn't like the liquor part in the middle. It was like, I would eat them, you know, because I wanted the chocolate. But I just remember I would always hate the part where the liquid middle would be accessed. There's a little smoke and a little peat, but boy, there is a rush of candy corn on this one. Oh man, that's got to be the Ian Macleod. That's got to be the King Robert II. Let's taste it. Heck. A lot of smoke. I mean, the first thing that hit me was smoke. It's like, oh, is somebody smoking a roast, a pork roast? You say, you cuckoo with all that. No, I'm serious. That's what I really did pick that up. If you like the taste of like a smoked pork product, that's the initial rush. Now, you say, it can't be, not for $5.99. You're just making these lies to try to help the channel. No, I ain't making lies to help the channel. That's what I got. Now, let's see what happens over here. Arctic Plasma Center, Canada. Hello, Canada. Hello, Max Walt. Peace to you. There's peat, but it's like that. Half a second. It's bringing all that bad King Robert II experience that I've had, which is like harsh, bitey grain alcohol. You might say, yikes. Yeah, right. It's like rough. It's kind of like rough cut. That's how you feel when you take a sip. And I always watch these beer reviews where people say, now I'm going to take a drink. I never heard anyone say that until I started watching beer reviews. I never heard anybody say, I'm going to take a drink of something. They'd always say, I'm going to take a sip. The drink is the whole thing. I'm going to drink it. But I never heard anybody say, I'm going to take a drink. I just never did in my whole life. There's sort of like a kind of peat compost soil underbody, but really the main feature of this is harsh, rough cut grain alcohol. Now you might say, well, dang, I could get that taste with stinking Heaven Hill blended Kentucky whiskey. And you can find that for $5.99 some places. That's right. Of course, that one has that really weird honeydew melon feature as well, and note feature, whatever you call it. So that's even more unpleasant, I think. But I don't think King Robert's got too much going for it. I'm going to tell you the truth. I've been drinking this, and every time I drink it, it gets a little worse. Is it worth $18.99? No way. I'll be glad when I'm finished with this bottle. But as it's going, I'll be a lot older. I mean, this is a lot left. I mean, it's going to be it's going to be years, not months, years before I finish that bottle. But too many sirens around here. All right. Oh, undeniable smoke. It's more than I had experienced in the single tasting. Now you see the solo tasting. This is what I have been preaching. I said, oh, well, when you do a beer, wine, or liquor, especially liquor in isolation, it'll taste a certain way. All right. Then you might try another one and it'll taste a certain way. And then another one, it'll taste a certain way. Another one, it'll taste a certain way, etc. But when you put them in blind taste tests, ooh, it'll bring out so many attributes you never cognitively and sensually experience. So through your thinking and through your senses, you didn't experience it. But when you put it up against another one, it'll draw those things out. And sometimes what it draws out is good, like in this case, the smoke, the rich peat smoke. And sometimes it's bad, like harsh, rough cut grain alcohol. Ugh, corn liquor. Meow. You say, well, you like to mellow corn? Yeah. That's right. 100 proof mellow corn. Yeah. This is Scotch. And I like that corn whiskey from Berkshire Mountain Distillery, the craft corn whiskey, which was $8.99 a bottle, an incredibly low price, a price that made no sense. But I wasn't asking questions. I got the bottle, paid my money, and I was gone. Then my friend David bought it, and he didn't like it. Said, it tastes weird. I said, what do you mean it tastes weird? It's rancid. Don't drink it. I said, they use cherry wood. You know, did you know they age it in cherry wood? Oh, he said, oh, well, that's the reason. I said, yeah. But and I think they even roast they burn the cherry wood, and so you get that unusual thing. But boy, you just never know. And I couldn't get over Eric, a Lions fan, telling me he sees no value in a blind taste test. I said, I'm going to keep that in my memory bank forever and ever and ever. Because he does taste tests sometimes, but they're not blind. He's just looking at the two products. There's a lot of unintentional bias in that, because you might not even realize that you're being biased. And I told him, I said, it eliminates those variables. It's blind. And you want it to be double blind. And this is a double blind. In other words, you don't know which is which, and the person giving it to you doesn't know which is which. Well, in my case, no one's giving it to me. Well, I eliminate that problem by mixing them up, you know, and then I don't know which is which. Okay, so blind taste test is the most important thing. I think people might be reluctant to do it because they might get embarrassed. It's like too risky. But I'm willing to take the challenge, to tell you the truth. Oh man, this one's way better than that one. And we talking $5.99 a bottle, $18.99. Let me convert it. I'm not a math guy. That's why I got to calculate. I am kind of a math guy. Let's see, $18.99 divided by 1.7 times 750. $8.14. Haha. So let's talk 750 size per ounce. $5.99 and over $8. $8.50. Oh no. Oh no. Not only is the King Robert not as good, it's woefully inferior, and the price is no good. If I was looking to drink scotch, and I might be looking to do that in theory, because I never do any regular drinking of liquor because I'm always doing taste challenges and reviews. You know what I'm saying? Like people say, what do you drink in your downtime? My answer is nothing. Because I never drink liquor unless I'm doing a review or a video, so that there is no downtime. You say, well, that's cuckoo. Well, it's the truth, and I like to be honest. Now, in beer, yeah, Keystone Ice, $7.99 a 15-pack. That's my standby beer. All right. The wine with lunch, like three ounces with lunch, that's whatever I cracked open. You know, I'll just drink it there, then I'll do another wine review and drink it there and do another one. No rush, no problem. Oh no, $5.99 a bottle. This destroys King Robert. This is one of those taste challenges that is just a total wipe out. Let's assume that I got it right though. So it's time to check. I'm gonna know on appearance only. The darker one is King Robert. Oh, how you feel, played? Yes, I do feel played because this is the King Robert. See why people don't want to do taste challenges? You think you know, but you don't know, and you'll never know. Well, in my case, I do know because I looked. How do I get out of this one? I can't. Okay, here we go. Ha ha. Well, let's see. Oh, I think I'll go to mass tonight. Vigil mass at 5 for All Saints Day. And how about those trick-or-treaters you say you're trying to change the subject on because you got it wrong? Yeah, because I was talking about Highland Mist destroyed King Robert, but it was actually King Robert destroying Highland Mist, and King Robert costs more. Okay, well, sometimes it works out according to price. All right, if I'm wrong, but see, if I'm wrong, I'm just going to admit it. I'm not going to be all ashamed and delete the video like some people. Or they won't do the video. Oh, man. But you see, I don't feel too bad, though. You know why? Because what have you noticed if you, assuming you watch all these taste challenges, what have you noticed the pattern? When I first start tasting something, I don't have a good handle on it. I don't really know what I'm tasting. So I'm not used to it. Like the Lord Calvert, I was getting it wrong. And then I got so used to Lord Calvert, the last, 6 taste challenges, I was nailing it every time on aroma only. So Highland Mist, okay, sweet sugar, the grain, the Kick cereal. Okay, so this is the one that was inferior. Well, okay, and it was cheap, $5.99. All right, well. Rough cut. Yikes. Okay, so the Highland Mist is rough cut. Okay. No smoke. And the King Robert has the smoke. I don't recall it having that before. Okay, so it was worth the $18.99 for the big bottle. Yeah, I'm enjoying this, man. It's dark. It's still nighttime. It's getting cold. And this King Robert's got a nice smokiness. Oh yeah. It has grain alcohol underneath that kind of rough cut grain. You know, it's going to have that. These blended Scotch, they're going to have that normally, unless it's Buchanan's 12-year, which is so delightful. James P. Madonna told me, I got this Buchanan's. I said, you got a winner, boy. He's going to love it. I think he's going to just be like blown away. I got to go buy another bottle of that, man. It's like, I got to get my fix. I shouldn't even make a joke like that. But that's how good it is. You'd be like going crazy over that. Okay, so the King Robert, I apologize to Ian Macleod Company because I was saying it wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm wrong, I'm wrong. All right. Nothing. You paid $5.99 and you got a bottle of corn. It's fine. You say, well, I got drinking problems. I got problems in my life. I need that 40 proof every day it doesn't make me feel good. It keeps me from feeling bad. See, that's what the addicts, you know, the drug addicts, the alcoholics, they don't drink to feel good. They drink to keep from feeling bad. You know what I'm saying? Like you might drink and say, oh, it relaxed me. I feel good. Okay, fine. But if they don't drink or take the whatever pills or powders or liquids, whatever they do, then they just feel terrible. So the addicts, they use the stuff just to not feel horrible, you know. And I'll tell you what, I'd have to be pretty bad off to go buy this every day. Let me tell you. There ain't much happening here. And it's weird because in the solo review, it wasn't like that. But there ain't much happening here, people. You paid $5.99 and that's what you got. A $5.99 bottle. In a way, I feel better about that, though, because I was feeling kind of like, man, I paid $18.99 for King Robert II, and it's a bunch of old junk. But it isn't. Now, my friend, I'm not going to say his name on the air because he died at age 49. He was the classic, you know, stumbling, drunk alcoholic, fall on his face on concrete, get fired from every job. Horrible situation, you know, like a nightmare, a walking nightmare. But even he had class, you know, like he would, if he's going to destroy himself on liquor, he was going to buy Crown Royal. You say, oh, wow, it's not exactly top of the line. I know, but it's credible. You know what I'm saying? Crown Royal and Coca-Cola. He wasn't buying Crystal Palace, mixing it with Surefine or Thrifty made, you know, those horrible store brand soft drinks. At least if he was going to go down in flames, he was going to go down in flames and with some kind of debonair, you know what I'm saying, some classiness. But the same result. You say, well, he died. He was 49 years old. Yeah, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't going to drink cheap whiskey. He was going to drink Crown Royal. Well, that's fine. Drinking a little Crown Royal every day ain't gonna kill you. He drank a bottle every day. That will kill you. Killed him. All right. Terrible story to close out, but it's the truth. It's the truth. It's a cautionary tale. Okay, so to wrap up, King Robert II did much better than I had first believed it would do. Much better. I'm a little shocked and discombobulated at this point, but I'm not. I am resilient, as you've noticed. I am resilient. So I think Saturday we're going to do another one, and it's going to be what's coming up next? Highland Mist. I just got to keep in my mind: kick cereal, overly corn sweetness, rough cut grain. You know, not too pleasant, but I got to keep that in mind. Oh man, talk about a wipeout. If you thought this was a blowout, this is going to really be scary. 100 pipers, blended scotch. Oh, no way. Sorry, Highland Mist. You about to get beat so bad. You about to get beat so bad. There's no way. It's impossible. Don't even waste your time watching. Saturday morning, You probably got something better to do. Believe me, you are going to see an absolute, total, incontrovertible destruction. There is no way, and I'll put money on that. There is no way this Highland Mist, this stuff I'm sipping on right here, is going to stand even a scintilla of a chance against 100 Pipers, because King Robert can't even stand up against 100 Pipers. So that's going to be such a bad taste challenge. If you want to use the word challenge, which it won't be. Oh yeah, that's smoke. I like that. That's the King Robert. The Highland Mist is over here. You little wretched thing. So oh yeah, I'm telling you already what's going to happen. So there you go. You got your video done. Sunday is going to be what's that other one? Oh, J.W. Dant. That might be a challenge, but I think Dant is going to whip it. Yeah, I think Dant's going to whip Highland Mist. Time will tell. Pale dry, yes. Rough cut grain alcohol, even more than that. That's the main feature. Thanks for watching this video production.